Welcome to the 24th episode of Unfiltered with Jax and Stapleton. You heard right, 24. That's Stapleton's lucky number, and her forever sports number. It is also the average number of times Jax says fuck during each episode. So, buckle up, grab a coffee, a smoothie, or a beer. Our 24th episode of Unfiltered is finally here.
Behind the mic, but in your face. Behind the mic, and not so straight. Ride or die and make or break our podcast with the calm and the crazy ass.
It's Jax and Stapleton!
Viewer and listener warning from Jax and Stapleton. Due to the serious nature of this episode's topics, we recommend this only be viewed by a mature audience. Sensitive topics will be discussed, including anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts.
Hi, everybody!
Hello!
We're back again, and we're going to be coming back, so
Get used to it.
it is what it is.
We're not
That's
going-
what it is.
You can watch it or you don't have to.
I was reading these things on Facebook about famous quotes that stick in your mind, like how it has helped your how it has helped your life through your life, shall I say?
Quotes for your life.
Quotes that basically embedded in your mind and you have kind of been living by it,
Like if it's going to rain, wear a raincoat.
maybe.
Could be.
But it is what it is was one of the comments out of the thousands that people were writing that they keep in mind.
My great aunt would always say, what will be, will be.
Very true. And I always say, what you focus on increases.
Yeah.
So if you fully focus on it, whether it's good, which is great, if you continue to focus on it, then you actually are, it's like your vision board in your brain. Or if you think of something bad, then unfortunately that also increases and takes you over, and then it's a bunch of shit.
Shit show.
Yeah. So you have to pick and choose what it is that you like and how you want to live your life. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's up to you.
You will put up with what you allow.
Yeah, you have to hold yourself accountable. So that's basically it in a nutshell. But I don't want to veer off on that. I do want to talk about this important subject that you have stressed that you wanted to talk about. And I think it's a great subject. Why don't you take it away?
So, I'm pretty happy-go-lucky person, but I do fight depression. And I've been having some problems the last couple weeks. And I just wanted to kind of get it out there because I know I'm not the only one. And I talked to Jax and I was like, hey, let's talk about this, and I'm going to put myself out there. Depression is such a taboo word, and I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But when you hear depression, it's like people just go,
They start to freak out a little bit.
And then like back in the day, when you would say you're going to a therapist or anything, that was looked down upon.
Yes, that is true.
Why?
People, because I don't know. It was something that we grew up in 70s and 80s that if you were going to a therapist, psychologist, or whatever, something had to be wrong with you, and that's not necessarily true. I mean, to me, if you're not going to a therapist or something and just kind of working on yourself, then maybe there's something wrong with you. Because it does help us focus on the things that we really need to focus on.
And to talk to somebody that's neutral.
Yes, 100%.
Kim's my rock. I've seen her for 10 plus years now. And it was cool because the other day I was just having a really bad day, and she always says, hey, if you need me, call me. And I called her and I said, hey, I need you. And she goes, I'll see you tomorrow at 5. And it was needed.
Yeah.
So mine is Definitely, there's so many different reasons for depression. Mine's a chemical imbalance in my body. Genetics, I believe. I know too, what they say, 280 million people suffer from depression globally. And that, you think about that, that's freaking insane.
It's a lot of people.
A lot of people. And I think we just need to get it out there and talk about it. And the people that are having tough times, you're not alone. Mine started back in when I got out of college and I didn't have basketball anymore in my life. And that's what I lived for. That was that's what I shined at. I was a leader. It was just what I just thrived when I was on the court or coaching. And once I lost that, I remember I was in Eugene, Oregon at Valley River Center Mall, and I had my first panic attack. And we were in a sports shop, like, I don't know, Finish Line or something like that. And I just had this panic come over me, and I didn't know what was happening. I was starting to sweat, and I lost my balance. And for the next, I would say 5 or 6 months, I was off balance. I was like, I just need to get home. I need to get home. I didn't understand what this was. And I went home, and it was just like, it was almost like a heart attack. And just, I didn't know what was going on, and I thought I was going crazy. And for months after that, I was off balance, and I would go to work and I would have to hold on to something because I felt like I was going to fall over. So I stopped doing things. I stopped going out. I was scared. I thought nobody understands what I'm going through. And so I finally made an appointment with a doctor, and a couple weeks later I went, and he gave me a pamphlet, and it says, "Do you have panic attacks?" And it was like to the T of everything I went through. And I was like, oh my God, I'm okay. I don't have a brain tumor yet.
They have a pamphlet on it. I'm safe.
I'm safe. Yes, I have this. But, and then I got on medication, and I have been on medication ever since. And sometimes it works, and sometimes we have to switch it off. I had the genetic test, so we know what medications works more than others, but sometimes we have to switch it off. And during that time, you're just a lab rat trying to figure it out, because it takes 2 to 3 weeks for it to kick in, and then you see how your body reacts, and you just go with it. And if it doesn't work, you go to step 2. So anyway, have you ever had depression?
I think I go through it every once in a while. I feel it come on. I mean, my most, when I can actually recognize actual depression would be when it is cloudy out a lot, days in a row.
Yep.
And
gonna have that vitamin D.
If it is raining out like we've been having, I'm okay with a day, but when it's like days and I'm not seeing the sun, yeah, I can definitely slide into that depression.
A lot of people are like that. We have a couple of people at work that have the lights.
Yeah.
That they keep at their desk to help them.
There's vitamin D lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
yeah. And I take vitamin D.
That's good.
But it still doesn't help.
It's not a fix at all.
You just have to, you have to stay busy, and you can't get in your head, because that's really easy to do. I do get in funks though. So yeah.
I remember in high school when I was fighting my sexuality, and small town, we're talking 70s, 80s here, back in when things were looked at a lot differently, and being like, you felt like you're the only one that was gay, and not having anybody to talk to, or you just didn't know I didn't know how to deal with it. And I remember there was one night, the next day I was supposed to write an English paper that was due, and I was in my head, very, very, very depressed. And I wrote the paper. I couldn't even tell you what it was supposed to be about, but I remember the first line said, "A lot of people think suicide is a joke, but they don't realize how close it came to tonight to know somebody that committed suicide." And I handed that paper in. And immediately I got called to the counselor. And but it was it was intense. She called me in, and I still never came out to her because I felt safe, but not safe enough in the environment that I was in at the school. And
was this in Oregon?
Yeah, I want to say it was my sophomore year in high school.
I would think that in Oregon that would be more open and okay to be gay, since it's the beaver state.
It's damn beavers. You would think. Oh, but anyway. I'm a duck, not a beaver.
Sorry, not.
Save a duck, eat a beaver. You know, that's what I used to say.
Sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry. Oops.
You know, anyways, but with Oregon, it's as liberal, as open as they are.
They are
very. But we're talking about back in,
I know.
You know,
it didn't matter where you
So.
lived. It was still just, like, I think back in the 70s and 80s when I was growing up, it was kind of like all the gay people were actually in California.
San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco was the place, but which was not true, so.
Nope, everybody was pretty much in the closet. I mean, a lot back in the day.
So, the depression part of this is, like, were you struggling with depression because you knew you were a lesbian, or you knew you were different?
I was different. I remember when I was growing up, it was funny because I was a tomboy. We've talked about this before. And I lost friendships because my guy friends were getting picked on because they were hanging out with a girl. So I would be like, they would say, I can't hang out with you, you're a girl. But the girls wouldn't want to hang out with me because I was different, was a tomboy. And so I was stuck in the middle. That's why I think I love animals so much, because they love me no matter what. But the guys were no, and the girls were don't do this.
So they were both saying no.
They were both saying no.
You were
a
tomboy.
Mm-hmm. And I was different. I got picked on. I got bullied. And until
you got bullied for how? Like, go ahead. Were you going to tell us the age you started?
So I was different and not accepted. Really, I was that strange kid until sports.
Okay.
And then once.
But how old were you? 10?
I would say 5. I was in 5th grade. 4th and 5th grade, I got bullied, and in 5th grade, I started being on the playground. I just started playing basketball, and then I was getting good, and then I would be picked first on the teams, and then things kind of shifted a little bit.
Okay.
But at third and 4th grade, 5th grade, some 5th grade, I always wore a hat, and kids would walk by, and they would undo the snapback, and just pick on me like that. So I finally just started duct taping it. Like, I'll outsmart you, fuckers.
Oh my God.
Dare you touch my hat.
Talk about sticking out more. They didn't have the fucking colors back then, dude.
It was silver. But I was like, I got it.
I bet it looked
and at that point, I didn't care. I mean, I didn't
obviously.
I didn't have, we always had food, shelter, clothes.
Sure.
But I didn't have the in jacket. I didn't have the in shoes. I wore, what was that brand? Tough Guys jeans? I think it was called Tough Guys or something like that. But I was never in style.
I have never heard of Tough Guy jeans, but okay.
But Mom would always get them because they put extra like pad on your knees, because I'd always wear out my knees. Because I thought you were always
a lesbian.
Oops. I like to play in the dirt. So anyway,
she liked tractor trucks, Tonka toys. She liked to play with the Tonka toys.
Yeah, the mixer trucks.
We have some of those, by the way.
Tonka toys.
My mom does.
Does she?
She has my brother's original Tonka toys.
Oh, that's so cool.
My younger brothers. Yep.
That's
Go ahead.
cool.
But so you had the tough jeans.
I had the tough jeans. Yeah, never matched. had a hat on with duct tape on it at this point. And things just it was hard. And it was hard for a kid. I look back now and I'm like, Jesus criminy, how did I make it through? And I mean, bullying's no joke, and that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah, we'll have that.
But it was tough. It was tough. And I know there's people out there that are going through, like, I think it's easier to come out now.
Oh,
I mean, compared to what
because
it
they
used to
come out, dude, and then they go back in.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's, to me nowadays, it's just kind of like a phase on some people.
They play
like some of these kids.
They
they're
play
like
in the minors and don't make it to the majors.
Yeah, I mean, it was a thing. It was a trend, and then So I just kind of go with whatever when it comes to the younger generation, because
it's a different
they
world.
dabble in all of it, I guess.
And it's okay. And it's open. I mean, my daughter talks about openly stuff, and I'm just like, oh my God, I would have been at Devil's Elbow getting fried if I did that.
Well, not. Yeah.
Faith is a local high school junior who knows it's hard to stick around in today's world. That's why she brought Stick Around KS to Instagram by creating suicide awareness sticker designs. She now prints and sells these stickers, then donates all profits to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. You matter, so stick around and follow us on Insta at StickAroundKS.
You can be whatever and whoever you want to be, except a bully. Don't be that. And for the bully in your life, get duct-em-up tape to protect yourself and your belongings. Or if they're being a pain in the hall or on the playground, duct them up with our tape before they duct up you.
There was some show that I was watching the other night, and the son had mentioned something like the mom had asked if he was having, like, if he had a girlfriend or whatever, and he was like, no. And she goes, well, like, are you having sex yet? And he's like, group sex? I'm like, oh,
What?
okay, that's a thing.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm good.
I'm not gonna put that out there. So go ahead.
Oh, shoot. So.
Yeah, so Tommy, you went through all of this with your young life, and then things started to get better when you were in sports.
When I got in sports, yeah, I was pretty athletic and very good, and it kind of changed and then being good on a team, and then being a leader, and with the teammates. I mean, you become a family when you're on a team, and I think that definitely helped me out.
Yeah.
But it was a struggle when I started really realizing not only having a chemical imbalance, but having the depression of not knowing what I was becoming and why I was having feelings, and this is wrong, and I'm going to go to hell. And it was just, it was a really, really tough time.
But when did you start medication back then or no?
No, not until I had my first panic attack.
Okay. How old were you when you had the panic attack?
I was 22 or 23.
Okay.
It was after college. I just was lost. I wasn't going to the gym. I mean, everything I knew was gone.
It changed.
Completely changed. And, and then and then in high school, at times, you drink because you're trying to get numb so you don't feel these things. And then, but then the alcohol is more of a depressant, so you just dig yourself in a deeper hole.
Yeah.
But
that's what people go to. It's either alcohol, drugs, or whatever, just to kind of cover it up.
Yeah.
Cover what they're feeling.
Yeah. So it was it's just it's changed. But I'm 55 now, and I've had 3 serious issues with depression. I'm on my 3rd session right now that I'm just going through. Medication is not working, and I'm a happy person. But there are times where I'm smiling and I'm just like so terribly sad, and it has nothing to do with what could be going on. It just
hits you.
It just hits you.
Yeah.
And you're like,
So like you're withdrawing from friends and family, and you're just kind of trying to make it through the day.
trying to make it through. I mean, I was talking to Riley last night, and I said, you know, sometimes you get up and just to get out of bed is an accomplishment, and then brushing your teeth is an accomplishment, and then getting in the car to go to work is an accomplishment, and you do all these things.
Yeah.
And it could be so simple for other people, but you don't know what somebody else is going through and struggling to get to go through the motions.
Yeah.
But I tell you, once I get to work and I'm around people, I mean, I think that's my lifesaver, is to focus on work, and then, you know, just have that interaction with my team there.
Yeah.
Because we work so close together. We're a family, and that's got me through more than.
But then what happens when you go home?
Come here, Dolly. You know, living by myself and just I'm okay to live by myself. I have, and I think we've talked the last 2.5 years, I have taken time to get to know myself, be okay to be alone. You know how much I like to talk to people.
And cucumbers.
And cucumbers, yeah. I was going to bring a cucumber today and say, hello, cucumber, how are you? You know, but yeah, I started doing things. It was lonely. It was.
Whoa, back up. When you were saying, if I can spit it out, when were you feeling lonely?
You know, I was okay, and it probably doesn't make sense, and I'm not the best at explaining things, but it was like I'd go home and I'd be okay being home, because I wasn't going home to somebody nagging at me or putting me down, or
Fucking ball and chain.
yeah, and just, you know, being criticized.
Sure.
Or nothing was good enough. So I go home, and then, you know, I would try to find things for me to do. Like I bought ropes, so I was learning how to do different knots, not to hang myself.
I was gonna say, I don't know that I went to the store to buy no
Right.
ropes.
I did. I was like, I'm going to learn how to do this, and I tied this knot, and you know, but I stayed busy, but I learned how to live by myself, with myself, and what was important to me. And I only have Riley part-time, which really sucks. And then she's at that age now where she doesn't want to come home and hang out with mom. She wants to go be with her friends, which 100% go. You know, you're a good kid, go for it. Am I sad because I don't get to spend time with you? Absolutely. But I'm never going to stop her from living her life.
I want to know why you are okay with that fully, because, you know, back in the day that didn't go over very well. I mean, when I was growing up, I had to be home.
Yeah.
I had to be home on Sundays. That was very important for my parents, that we had Sunday lunches, dinners together, and no one had any plans. And I think that it is important for you, anybody, to spend time with their kids and have a specific time that you are spending time together, because we all have lost track of what family values really are and what they mean. And you have to have that special time together, because I'll tell you what, I hated every time that my mom made us be home on Sundays. But now, as you think about it, I am freaking happy that that is something that we did.
Yeah.
We literally sat at the table, passed the food around, and had dinner together. And that's where the social part of things have changed so much, that people are on Facebook, they're on their phones all the time, social media, friends, TikTok, all the stuff, and you truly lose sight of the family.
Yeah.
So I'm really surprised with you, because you are a very family-oriented person, that you're okay with not having a set time, which, you know, to each his parents.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. But I do feel like it's important, because you can't take that time back.
Yeah. You know, and it's because she's such a good kid. I mean, she's over a 4-point student. She's in all these activities. She's nothing, I mean, she's just such, and now she has a job.
But you as a parent,
I miss her.
You should be able to spend time with your kid. This has nothing to do with, like, it is not a punishment to be with your parent. And I think like me, in time, they would understand why you did what you did. I don't know. That's my thing.
It was
Sundays. You have 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So Sundays was not a bad thing to be with my family.
You know, and Riley the other day, she's like, "Hey, Mom, can you just come home and watch a movie?" And I went home and I turned off the phone, and we just watched the movies and focused, and it was the best.
Yeah, you can't get those times
No,
back.
no.
But go ahead.
So I don't even know where I was going with this, but being alone, I've lived, I've learned, I can be alone. I'm okay being alone. Do I like it? No, I'd rather have somebody there so I can talk.
She does not like it.
I
can be alone.
have to have that interaction.
We are so opposite.
Yeah. I went home the other day and there was 5 cucumbers on the couch and I was like, "Hey Jim, how are you?" Todd?
Jim, Todd, Peggy. Oh my
I could
God.
have a conversation with a cucumber, but
Dude.
anyway, no, and I don't think people are just different. They're built differently.
Yeah.
Like you
I
love your quiet place.
So I'm grateful that I don't have that struggle, I guess you can say, to be alone. Yeah, I've kind of been on my own since I was 18.
Yeah.
So I like to be by myself.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it'd be nice to have, to spend time with a special someone, but just so they can go back to their place, I'm good.
I'm a better person when I'm around people. It makes me feel good. I can make that person feel good. I interact, and that's what I'm about. When I'm by myself, I'm okay, but doesn't mean I like it.
But do you get depressed when you're by yourself and you can't do that with others?
At times, I'll just need to shut myself out. I just need to and that's when I know it's getting bad, because I don't want to be around people. I don't want to text. I don't want to call. I just want to live in this little box for a minute. And that's what's happened the last couple of weeks, where I just had so much, and, you know, Mom and Dad left, and we went to Oregon, and it was just like you get built up like, oh my God, my parents are gonna be here, and then I'm going to Oregon, and then after that's done, you're like,
I have nothing to look forward to.
Nothing to look forward to.
Yes, you do.
I do.
It's called Be Alone.
It's called podcast.
I think when you said that, you know, things, you start to pull away, when you get to this certain point, you just start to pull away, you just like don't text, whatever. There is not one thing wrong with, it's okay to take time for you. And I think everybody needs that time for you. Like yesterday, I went to the zoo by myself, and guess what? It's okay to be by yourself. But I got to do whatever I wanted to do. I went there for purpose, and I got everything that I needed, and I was good. But that's when you have to take time for you.
There was a night, it's been probably about less than a year ago, but it was 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, I have a hard time sleeping. We talked about that. I woke up, and I couldn't get to sleep, and I was like, you know what? Dolly, come on. And we went out and got in the Jeep. I took the top off, went and got a full tank of gas, and then I just drove around in the back roads of Kansas, of Rose Hill area, until I got scared. I wasn't sure where I was at, and I was like, okay, I need to get back home. But
you get scared real fast.
It was a warm night. Dolly was right there, and I just needed that moment to get away. I was driving real slow and just had the radio cranked, and it was just such a peaceful, calming feeling. It was very nice. But that was just one moment. I was like, God, I would have never have done that before.
Yeah.
And I just got to that point where I was just like, you know what, just go.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times that I sit here and I'm like, you know, I could do anything.
Anything you want.
Anything I want. I can go grab an ice cream if I want. I don't have to go to bed if I don't want to. I can even call in sick tomorrow if I want. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, if I'm sick at work, something's seriously wrong. Then I'm really sick.
That's both of us. I mean, yeah, for me to miss work, it's gotta be something big. But so we went into, like, you right after college, you started to feel that emptiness. So, like, where are you from then to now?
You know, it's once I got on the medication and we realized what the problem was, then you can treat it. So then I'm saying a lot. Travis Kelsey does that and it drives me crazy. So once I got onto the medication, and then I just kind of just found what is important, like fun for me to do. But there are times where it just hits you in the butt. Like I can have a little trigger and it just will take me down. And then I'll get in my head, and I'll just do this little tailspin, and then a couple days, hours, whatever, then I'm back up. I'm good.
So are you in the process of working through your medication and stuff?
Yeah. So the medication I was on was not working, and as soon as I started realizing that I was pulling back and things weren't interesting me, I always say I was just an average person, because I'm not. I'm usually like blah. But when I'm an average person, it's like something's messed up. You're not yourself.
Did you say blah?
Oh.
Like you start to feel.
It's just like somebody takes a switch and turns it off.
Yeah.
And you just like, I didn't have energy. I realized what was going on. I made the phone calls. I got into Kim. I got into my doctor. And so I started the new medication yesterday. So hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks it'll kick in. But it's good. I can recognize the signs. I don't know if everybody else can, but I have learned my body. I've learned how I am to say, okay, I saw the sign.
When you had texted me and told me that you were going to get back to normal or whatever your words were, because you had gone to the doctor and you've been seeing Kim and whatever, and I was like, what was wrong?
Yeah.
Because I didn't notice. I mean, ever since we started a podcast, we really don't contact each other as much as we used to.
Yeah.
But which is fine. I mean, we're here for each other no matter what, when we need it. So, and then you called and we talked for like an hour.
You're like, dude, I didn't know anything was wrong, and I was then it's working.
So, I think when you were going through that part with your body, and you were sweating and all of that stuff was changing. I mean, that was more like anxiety. Big anxiety, and there are people that struggle with a lot of different things like that.
And if you should know the person well enough, you could see their triggers.
Yeah.
If I'm cracking up 1 minute and then somebody says something and all of a sudden my mood just changes, something triggered me. And it may not have been anything anybody did, it may have, but something got turned off.
Yeah. So, but you haven't gone through this for a while. And it started to happen, so what was...
About 3 weeks ago.
You pinpoint the trigger? Just some changes?
I think it was after Mom and Dad left, and after I got back from Oregon, just not looking forward to things. And then seeing my parents age, it is really taking a toll on me.
Mm-hmm.
And they had talked the other day, and they're like, Mom's like, well, we went down to the funeral home and you guys don't have to worry about the cremation or anything. And I said, Mom, I can't talk about this. And she's like, well, it's part of life. And they're just matter of fact. And I'm like, I talk to you every day.
Yeah.
And I mean, and my dad, they're my heroes. And I think that started the tailspin.
Sure, absolutely.
And I know, I mean, Dad's 91, Mom's gonna be 85. I mean, I'm so blessed to have them in my life this long, but
it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to think about because I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I don't even want to talk about it right now.
Yeah. No, I'd start crying because I'm fucking emotional.
Oh, don't cry. That would make me feel weird.
I think that was part of the trigger, though, when we went to my nephew's wedding, and my dad had to go back to the car to sit and rest. He just was tired, and I mean, I was right there going, you know, can I walk with you, or, you know, and just seeing this man that was so strong, and
he worked his ass off
for everything, and took care of his family, and you know,
it's gonna be all right, though.
Yeah. And when, you know, he came out here and he's like, man, you did really good for yourself. And it was such a proud moment. I was just like, oh my God, I made my dad proud. Yes, you know. But when they left, I did feel, even though I was going to see him the next couple of days,
it was empty.
It was empty.
Empty and quiet.
Yeah.
But,
you know, and my birthday was out there, you know, around that time, and it was, you know, it was fun, and it just, everything, all of a sudden, all the excitement just stopped.
it never has to stop, though.
Yeah.
You can build different types of excitement, and also you can plan ahead for your next adventure. Just remember, adventure awakens the soul.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. And I got this fancy little rubber rock from my counselor. It's pretty cool. She was talking, I go, oh, what's that?
Distraction.
I go, that's blue. She goes, she had a bunch of them, and so I grabbed two. I grabbed the green one too and gave it to one of my coworkers. But it was just because I'm like, something shiny.
Oh my God.
You know, I don't want to
small
be
things, which is good. That makes us happy.
Yeah, and I don't want to beat this like a dead horse, but I think we need to circle back on this sometimes, and just let people know that they're not alone, and even some of us happiest people, we have bad days, and it's we just keep moving, going through it, and it will get better. I believe that. I know a month or two ago I told you guys that I choose happiness, and I do. I choose happiness, but there's sometimes you just get a couple setbacks, and you just need to keep your head up and keep grinding, keep moving, and talk to people when you're ready to talk. Get the help you need.
There's never enough. Like, you can always feel what it is that you're feeling, but there's always plenty of help to help others out. And I know we talked about this before, when you smile and you help somebody just out of random, you never know what kind of day that they're having, and you could have made their day and or saved their life just by that smile. Because this depression is definitely out there, and there are so many people that I know that goes through that, including myself. But we're all here to help each other, and we have to remember to be kind. Be kind to one another. Make someone's day. Do random fun things for others, strangers. I still go through a drive-through, and I still will pay for that big bill back there when they ordered for a family of 20. It is something that you do out of random acts of kindness. And just the other day, you know, it made me feel good to go to Walmart and buy all these school supplies and put them in this basket at work, because that's just something that I wanted to do out of kindness. And it's okay. Kindness actually does go a long ways. It does help people who are depressed. So think about that when you are maybe not being on your best behavior. That kindness really does matter to people.
A little act goes a long ways.
It does.
I had somebody do something nice for me the other day, and I was just like, you have no idea how bad I needed that.
Even when you get ducked.
Oh my God.
When you get ducked, it's like, it's it makes people's
It
day.
makes, you know, and I don't care if you like ducks or not. I'll put a duck on a Jeep, and I'm like, they can throw it on the ground. I don't care, but I know I'm trying to make somebody
Yeah.
feel better. But getting a duck is just the best feeling. You just walk out and there's a duck on your Jeep, and you're just like, how thoughtful.
Yeah.
And they have no idea what it means to me, or at that time. I mean, I could have been like, hey, oh, cool, but I could have been like, I am important. Somebody does care.
And that's the key right there. Know that you are important, and know that there are people out there that care. And please, whatever it is you do, reach out to someone. There's always somebody there to listen. And I don't know. I think this is a subject that we'll probably
Circle back
continue
around.
to have, to see how Stapleton is doing and how other people are doing as well. Here in the near future, we're going to have a lot of different subjects, but we're also going to have some fun subjects.
This was kind of deep today. Sorry, guys.
Don't be sorry. It is something that needs to be talked about.
And I don't want depression to be a taboo word. I think there's still people out there that look down on it and don't.
Yeah. Don't think that is. Now. But hey, write us, DM us, whatever. If you have a story to share, would like to say
Please.
anything, please reach out to us. We're always here to listen to anybody.
And if you just need a hi, DM us. We'll hi you back. I mean, we're there.
Yes. So right now, I think we're going to close and hope that you guys have a rest of your day as well as good, and be kind. And it's okay. Say hi. It's really cheap for me to say, hey, how's it going?
Smile.
Smile.
Smile. What I say, friendship is only a smile away.
There's nothing vain about this one today, so I just wanted to let you guys know we all love you. We care a lot about people, and just be kind. That's the number one thing right now. And until next time, peace out.
Deuces.
Did you know that LGBTQ youth are roughly 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their cisgender heterosexual peers? Nearly 1/3 or 29% of LGBTQ youth have attempted suicide at least once. The numbers are even more startling for transgender youth. About 46% of transgender and non-binary youth seriously considered suicide in the past year. Up to 41% of transgender individuals have attempted suicide in their lifetimes. Overall, youth in non-accepting families are 3 times more likely to attempt suicide than those with affirming support. But don't get us wrong. Anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts exist in every race, gender, sexual orientation. It is a problem, a real problem. Several studies suggest an association between the legalization of same-sex marriage and a reduction in suicide rates, particularly among LGBTQ+ youth. Despite these findings, LGBTQ+ youth continue to have higher rates of suicide attempts compared to their heterosexual counterparts. Several factors, including stigma, discrimination, and insufficient social support, contribute to mental health issues and increased suicide risk within this group. Thank you for sticking around for this sensitive, unfiltered podcast. We encourage you to stick around even when life gets hard. And it will. When it does, day or night, 24/7, call or text the free and confidential Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988.